Good evening, everybody. Welcome on in to Box Score's New Year's Eve Rip Party. Baseball here. We're still waiting on the boss man, but we have our good friend, Great Scott, joining us tonight. How are we doing, Scott?
We are doing pretty good. Looking at the last little bit here of 2025.
Yep.
It's been an interesting collecting year. I'm actually, kind of looking forward to seeing where we're going in 2026.
Yep.
Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, it's been a fun December. I wasn't really thrilled when Topps dropped 6 different products here at the end of the year, that I wanted to be buying into, and got Christmas shopping. But you just sort of chip away at it and see what you can get. And unfortunately, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to join in on this. So of course, I've opened all my stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
That's okay. I mean, we can still chat here.
yeah,
Yeah, I've got about 16 minutes left here in Central Time Zone to enjoy 2025. You still got about another 2 hours after that, being stuck out in California. Uh, so yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a great year for collecting. Uh, as Chris or Bossman and I have discussed, Tops is having a hard time really figuring out. Actually, should say Fanatics is having a hard time figuring out who they are, how they're going to handle multiple major sports now. Um, because as you well know, being a basketball fan, they've brought back the flagship line to the licensed realm. What are your thoughts on Tops basketball?
well, I like the concept that Tops has basketball now. Um, but I really don't think the inclusion of retired players really works well in basketball. The looking back has always been a baseball thing, because you can most easily compare generation to generation with baseball a lot easier than you can with basketball, you know. And basketball is much more driven by, who's playing well now. People want Wembyana, people want SGA, people want Seth Curry, people want Luca. They don't care about Jerry West. They really don't care about Magic Johnson. You know,
Yeah,
Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they still get love, but if the tragedy there with Kobe hadn't happened, he might be on that, kind of lull. It's like, okay, yeah, you were great now, but now we're on to LeBron James. Um, it just seeing those kind of players in the products and in the inserts, especially you go out to a card show, you just don't see the retired players getting any sort of love in the cases.
yeah,
It's all
I
about
agree.
who's current.
Yeah, and you know the other thing to me, because I did open up a couple of the hanger boxes just for fun, because I want to know what they're doing with the product. Two major takeaways was it was off-putting a little bit to me that they did include those um, retired stars and legends in there because flagship is about the current players. It's not necessarily about who's been in the league at any point in time. That's a more of a an Allen and Ginter or archives type product where
Exactly.
they can include those. And I I'm wondering if Topps kind of overshot things trying to make, I think it was what, a 300 card base set, and they had a hard time filling out the checklist. And you know that's where they kind of ran into some issues, in my
Well,
opinion, on that one.
the thing is, I understand that modern collectors, they don't really care about, the eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th players on an NBA bench. I'm not going to give them cards, except when they're rookies.
Right.
Um, there are actually more than enough players. I mean, most teams have a roster of 15 plus two-way players. So they have a pool of 17 players. There's 30 teams. That is what does that come out to? 410 possibilities.
Yeah. Well, then you can also include things like they do in Series 1, league leaders.
Yes.
Or if there's not enough, desirable stats to do a league leaders on, award winners, the who won MVP, the sixth man award, things like that.
Yeah.
I, there are other options, team cards like they did, but I mean, God forbid, should they include the coaches too? I mean, just like managers. The other thing that I did not like about the flagship line, and it makes me wonder how this happened, was the two different orientations for the back.
Yeah.
There was no rhyme or reason to it from what I could tell. You had some that with the portrait that was intentionally done in a portrait style, and then some that were intentionally done in the landscape. I just wonder if maybe they sent them to two different printing presses and just had the wrong formatting on the one that went to one printing press, and it came out that way. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I just, from a collecting standpoint, I don't want to have to turn the backs of the cards in order to check my numbering to make sure I have things in number order. The numbers should be relatively in the same place on every card.
Yeah. Well, that was. Well, actually, I was going to say it's kind of like, what was it, 2022 update baseball where.
Oh, the 2020 update, yeah.
But like you said, this is worse because they're going between portrait and landscape.
Right. That was just a flipped back.
This is even worse. So, yeah.
Yeah. It was like the old Donruss sets, because in the late 80s, Donruss had the factory set. I think 87 in particular, the back was oriented one way, and then the retail patch for the back was oriented a different way. So it was almost like making a set using those two kind of formats. Yeah, I remember that from 2020. I think Series 1 of 2021.
Yeah, it was those two series in a row, and it's funny, I remember when we used to have our friends doing that weekly podcast, and they did the the emergency one when Fanatics was buying Tops.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the things they brought up, and it's like, here it is 3-4 years later, and they were right. There has just been some really wonky things that you wouldn't think there should be a problem. I mean, it isn't like this is something new. Topps has been making sports cards since 1951. Baseball card sets since 52. Basketball, wavered in and out. They got involved in football somewhere there in the 50s. It was, them and Bowman, and then Philadelphia got in there, and with the AFL and the NFL, that was kind of a, if you do any sort of vintage football card collecting, it's kind of interesting to follow the tale of all those companies. But you think they could muster up orientation on the back of their cards so they all match, so when you're looking at the back, everything aligns. I mean, that should be a no-brainer, 75 years in whatever we're into.
Yeah,
75 years into this.
I mean, yeah, you would figure someone doing the proofreading at some point would have said, "Hey, wait a second, something's not right here."
Yeah.
So, and then to your comment about dropping like 6 products in the last 6 weeks, it's just overwhelming, and I think that's just Topps trying to figure out, or Fanatics trying to figure out, the whole distribution channel, the whole printing and pack out for the now 2 major sports, because They probably spent a lot of time doing pack outs for the basketball, both the flagship and the chrome. And, then they're like, oh, well, we got to get pro debut, update, archives, heritage high number, Allen and Ginter out, and Topps Holiday too. And so I really feel like, they're like, we got to figure something out. So we're gonna change some things up. And they
Well,
changed a lot up, to be
well,
honest.
the question is why are we shoving all these sets this far back? It used to be that Allen and Ginter was around Labor Day. Because I can remember,
Yeah.
sorry, anybody listening. Yeah, I reminisce a lot. 2020, when I was, going down to Tracy to load up the trucks because the trucks had gotten backed up. And I would stop by our friendly local cart store there and, and I would pick up about a box a week of Allen and Ginter. And I did that, around Labor Day. And Allen and Ginter was a Labor Day product. Why is
Right.
it coming out in November now? Why isn't it coming out in
Well,
September? And we had a big lull where, in the middle of baseball season and nothing was coming out. And then we get to the playoffs and all of a sudden, and another one that really got it, pro debut. I mean, we love pro debut. We love our minor league guys, but there's not going to be a lot of love when the cards come out in November.
yeah, well, pro debut's been release date has been an issue for the last, I think, 3 years now.
Yeah.
Because it was traditionally a May release, and I think after they axed the Heritage minor league, they, I guess, essentially moved that pro debut into that slot. And whether you like it or not, that's, I think, what they chose to do. But that's where I think they're relearning how to handle printing and packing out, because there was so much basketball printed that they had. I think they weren't pushing out some of these other releases because they weren't packed out yet. And
Yeah.
so they were focused so much on basketball because they wanted a strong release. And they did a good job with the release, I feel like, as far as getting it out there, making it available, making the quantities needed available. But
it got out there very well.
it they had to sacrifice something because they weren't ready for it. They didn't say, oh, this is going to take us, these 6 weeks to pack out, produce, box up, and everything. We should maybe move some things forward. I mean, we just got so used to Topps delaying things over the last couple of years that people are complaining, but they're not complaining the right way. They're just talking about like we are. They're not complaining with their pocketbook and saying, you know what, forget this, I'm not going to buy it. But it's just Topps made two choices that I do not agree with this year. One is pro debut, moving that to a jumbo only format. I think that was the wrong choice. If you're going to choose one format, and I assume it's for pack out reasons and being able to get the product out, you stick with the hobby box, because people like the shiny chrome stuff, but they included that in the hobby boxes last year.
Yeah.
And it would have more of a Bowman feel in that regard, which I'm good with. But going to a jumbo box format where 4 autographs you traditionally get in the hobby went to the jumbo, great, fine, no problem with that. But now, as a set builder with perfect collation, it will take me at least 3 boxes to build the set. And that means I would be spending approximately $600 in 3 boxes, hoping to have the correct set, or the complete set. Sorry, not the correct set. And that just doesn't do it for me as a collector. I was talking with one of the guys at one of the 2 card shops I frequent out here in Springfield, and he was saying that he loves pro debut. Every year he buys into it because he likes the minor league stuff. He said that this is the first year in a long time that he did not complete the pro debut set.
Well,
just because of what it would take to open up enough product to build the set. And
Yeah,
then go ahead.
well, that's one of the things that. Well, there's a number of things that I've worried about Topps this year, but the pricing. You know, we know that there's some things that are causing pricing to go up, but none of them should be affecting sports cards. You know, the they're printed in America, they're shipped from America in America.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they have watered down the inserts. You know, it gets harder and harder to even get any of the nice pretty colors. So it's not like, you know, getting the pretty colors into the packages and the boxes. You know, there's more going into it because they're watering it down and they're fewer and far in between. And the ones where you can, you know, you pay to buy just the color, you know, well, I can understand why those boxes would go up, but why the frick are, you know, hobby boxes and jumbo boxes and blaster boxes and everything going up?
Yeah.
You know, and then at the same time, you know, they 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 also cut down a card a pack, you know, and all of a sudden now, you know, you buy a box, you know, first of all, went from 24 packs to 20 packs, and now you cut out another 20 cards just by you know reducing one card per pack, and of course it's usually one of the inserts, not one of the base cards, and watered down product.
Yeah.
At kind of ridiculous prices, and you know, and then you get things like, you know, that have like Topps Chrome, you know, out there doing Christmas shopping, and you know what you can find everywhere still? Topps Chrome everywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, um, and Topps Chrome should be. I mean that should be another no brainer product. I still boggles my mind how they you know they messed that one up, or you know, or the Red Shield Redemptions at a Bowman. You know, they had these ideas and they pretty much were dead on arrival. It's like, you know, are you guys even checking with you know with the people that are buying your product to see if you're even giving them something they want? You know, or that you even did the mechanics of what you thought was going to happen. You know, because who saw you know, Nick Kurtz and the kid from Atlanta, you know, as being the rookies of the year. Yeah, but Baldwin and Kurtz not on the radar at the beginning of the season, yet there they are, rookie of the years, and that whole Red Shield redemption was built around the rookie of the years, and they didn't even have the right players in the boxes.
Yep. But they did continue that into Bowman Chrome, so you know that was rectified because Kurtz and Baldwin both had the red rookie card redemptions in Bowman Chrome.
Yeah.
Just you had less opportunities to pull those cards at that point.
Right.
And then, sorry to interrupt here, but you know, I apologize if you're getting a little extra noise on the background here because we have hit the witching hour here. I am now in 2026, and Boss Man now joins us.
Woo-hoo!
I am in the future. You guys are in the past.
Yeah. So since you're there, how's 2026 looking so far?
Oh well, much better than 2025. I'm just gonna say it that way.
Wonderful.
All right. So,
Boss Man.
How goes it, Goose? Baseball and Goose. Thanks for waiting for me. I appreciate that. Sorry for the delay. Heard the conversation. Very good. Very good. Yes, a bunch of Chrome out there. That's why I'll be doing a pack a day for all of January. Every day, a pack of Chrome, looking to either finish my set or find Otani or Judge for a buyback. Who knows? Maybe both.
Yeah, hopefully both.
Yeah.
But,
and maybe I'll go find some more. Yeah, 2026 baseball. 2026. Congrats. Happy New
Year. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Coffee.
This may or may not be coffee.
Still Coke Zero.
There you go.
The good stuff is, you know, over there. but that's for a couple hours from now.
Yeah. Well, Scott, I know you don't drink coffee. That's why we haven't invited you to Cards and Coffee.
Well, no, the big thing is, y'all do Cards and Coffee on Monday, and usually I'm rehearsing on Mondays. I only get to see it usually on playback. Obviously, right now I'm between seasons. Once we get done with the Christmas concerts, which is why I've been typing in the last couple of Mondays because I can.
There you go.
But that I only got a few more weeks of that, and then I'll be back to I'll be busy on Monday nights, and you guys can continue on with your cards and your coffee, and I'll just watch you on replay like usual.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, for me coming up, Mondays will be my days off at the nighttime because Tuesday through Sunday, baseball.
I thought you're about to pick your nose there.
Is that it's so good? It's going to work that same way with the Pioneer League.
Yep. Tuesday through Sunday.
The biggest difference is that it runs the same type of minor league schedule, just a month later, basically.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So actually a month less, we'll say too.
Yeah, a month less. We only have 51 home games instead of 66, as we did with the low A.
Yeah, and there's, as we discussed the other night, there's really two phases to like these partner league seasons, and I only started paying attention to them kind of last year after I went to a Yuba game, and I'm going to be paying a little bit more attention now because Modesto has the team, and also there are some partner leagues kind of in this area, not quite in my area, but it's just fun to see how things are progressing and developing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day, there could be some cards coming out, even if it's just team sets.
Well, I promise we will be having a team set here in Modesto. That is for sure, because we've already discussed the design, and having JT Snow have a Pioneer League card will be fantastic, I think. So,
we'll be having. I'm already starting to digging him out of boxes of duplicates. Just like I was doing for Jim Gott, once I found out he was going to be in Stockton last year, I'm getting my JT Snows ready.
There you go. We were going to have Marvin Bernard as the bench coach, but something came up, and so he's just going to work with the Junior Giant program. I think it had to do with the traveling. It's totally understandable because some Pioneer League teams are up in Montana and Idaho, and
I was like, yeah, no, it's not for me. It could be very well too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just excited to have baseball back in Modesto. So, bye, Goose.
See you later, Goose. Thanks for joining us.
See you in a moment. What you rip into earlier, or have you ripped into anything?
We have not yet.
Okay.
We got started, and we just been chit-chatting, kind of going through some of the things that we've talked about, getting Goose's take on some stuff.
It's always nice to get.
I mean, I do have several things I could open, but this was the main thing I brought out.
Okay, some Don Russ, nice.
Don Russ,
nice.
I don't know where my list is. I know I do need some of the rated.
You just muted for some reason. Or maybe I'm just not hearing anything. No. I'm seeing nothing. Oh, now you're muted.
Is it working now?
There we go. Hello. Oh, nope.
Play where the notice popped up saying we lost your microphone connection.
So the goose went loose, and so did your microphone, eh?
I guess so. Maybe he took that with him. Ooh, you know what? Give me one second.
Possible. Oh, okay.
The things that happen on lives.
Absolutely. Well, while you're looking for something, do you find your list?
I got my list here.
I still have from 2024.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And he's back.
And the goose is back.
Yeah,
Hello, Goose.
I don't know what happened there. You know, this weather. It's like all of a sudden everything went.
That's all right. So,
Yeah.
wow, you still got some 2020. I almost bought some 2025s today because my local Walmart still had like 3 of them there, and I'm like,
Yeah, I was supposed to go get some stuff today. That was just not in the cards. When I get a call at 11 o'clock in the morning, right before doing a webinar for real estate, and it's the care home for my dad that he's been in for a week, saying, "Hey, I know we said it was up to 2 weeks, but the VA only approved 1 week. You need to come get your dad by 3." Actually, they said by 1. I said, I'm about to do a 2-hour webinar, and I'm an hour and a half away. Can we push that, please?
yeah.
So, yeah. So I spent the day going up to Sacramento, getting my dad out of the care facility, and now he's back here in Ripon. And it's not good, but we've dealt with worse. But I did not have time to go get anything new, so pulled some stuff out of the closet. 2024! Yeah. Winter balls.
Man, that was like 2 years for me.
You still have those things?
I've got Christmas box or holiday boxes from 22, 23, 24. I need to go get some 25s. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Because last year we were talking about taking the empty tins and tossing some packs in from various years and some open cards that are, top notch. Maybe some of those elves. I'll have to take a look. I think I've got no on last year with an elf on it. I got a Sasaki with an elf on it this year. So,
oh, there you
go. Yeah. Maybe we'll get that sent off to get graded and have some fun with that. I don't know. Is holiday worth grading? I don't know.
The base, not so much. Maybe some of the short prints, because especially the elf ones, just because they are so few and far between. The Santa Archives, not really. I know they had like the magical creatures last year. I think I got what?
Oh, yeah.
That one, might be worth grading. Who knows? But I know if I ever come across some of my old football pro set and I used to have a couple of those Santa Claus ones, those would be worth grading.
Really?
Really?
Well, I don't know if they have a lot of value, but I know they are very collectible these days.
I will have to go and take a look and see what I got. But yeah, the Roki with the elf on the shoulder.
I thought it was supposed to be on the shelf.
Apparently, he's a naughty elf. He wanted to get in the game.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Overall, I don't think we want to put our pictures on the shelf.
No. But for you guys, being who you are, there's Wilson with a green hat. Yeah. Let's see. See, until I have the whole set, I leave it in one of the boxes. Let's see. Christian Campbell, triple out of 199.
Oh, there you go.
I never saw one of those in person.
Yeah. Hey, who should have been MVP? Raleigh. There you go. Yeah. And then got a Chrome out of 299. But apparently the Chrome, you either get a Chrome or you can get a relic card, because this is what I got out of the box. And I'm all for it.
That's kind of been the standard.
Yeah.
There was one that I did open that I got Chrome out of 499 as well as a relic.
That was Arizona, wasn't it? We got the Albies Chrome, and then we got a different relic.
Yeah, I think that. No, because I pulled one here that was just a base. I think might have even just basically been a Trey Turner Chrome or something like that, because I seem to go along with his stuff.
Gotcha.
But I mean, the nice thing about the chrome that they put in the holiday is that everything was numbered $4.99 or less. There was no real quote unquote base chrome.
Yeah. Fun stuff with Holiday. Holiday is fun. It's one of the more difficult sets I seem to find to be able to build because there's always one or two that are missing.
Oh yeah, it took me until I think 5 mega boxes, 5 tins, 2 advent calendars to put together one set. So yeah, it's definitely. I couldn't even put together a second set yet if I wanted to. I mean, it'd probably still be like 5 cards short. I've got about 1,000 duplicates, if not more. Does anybody else have audio here?
I think I got audio.
Okay, boss, I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
How about now? Now can you hear me?
Now we got it.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. I do know that
We're switching all over.
Apparently, I mean, it's that fireworks interference. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Sure.
It's funny. This is a lot different than Stockton because in Stockton, they'll shoot off fireworks even though it's illegal this time of year.
Oh, of course.
Any time of year. And they'll go for like an hour after New Year's. The
you know what?
Out here. And it's
they almost follow laws there, or are courteous to their neighbors and not going till 3 a.m. What?
Yeah. Well, it's because we got these giant stores that are just dedicated to fireworks.
I love seeing those when I'm going up to Branson or to Springfield. It is literally huge, like old diners that have been gutted, and it's, hey, come get your fireworks here at Pete's Fireworks, and they have billboards for it all year round. Of course, then you've got the get your fudge from the best place to get fudge, Uranus. Those signs are great.
I've been trying to go with me up there, but it's like an hour and a half drive from here. She's like, no, there's really nothing else to do out that way.
I've heard the jerky and fudge is worth it from Uranus.
But fudge from Uranus.
You can't get her to go get fudge?
What? They have a billboard right over by the Buc-ee's that's at the edge of our town.
Ooh, you got a Buc-ee's?
He's got a Buc-ee's.
Northeast Springfield.
Well,
right there along 44.
If you when you come back to visit us in NorCal, you have to bring us some Buc-ee's swag.
Or we go find him.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can come on out. I mean,
I think Gina's wearing some Buc-ee swag right now to bed.
Did you ever get the Springfield shirt?
I don't think she did. We didn't make it out there. We'll have to. Guess we'll just have to come out there again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. In fact, we were looking at a property out there. Not in Ozark, actually.
Okay.
Out in Ozark.
Yeah. That's like
there's a
couple miles south of Springfield.
Yeah, there's a 5-acre property that has 32 units on it for multifamily and just land. We're like, okay, yeah, let's get some investors on that. Let's move. So we may be out there very soon.
You're always welcome.
I appreciate that. Won't have to wait till baseball season, huh? We can come earlier. How about that?
Yeah, why not?
We are probably going to be postponing our cross country every stadium until 2027. I think that has been officially moved due to our real estate growing and announcing again, along with the girls not being graduated from high school until June. So
one of them, right?
Yeah, one of them. They're both gonna. Well, one of them is graduating from high school. The other one is going to be finishing her second year at the junior college. So they're both going to be going to UCs this summer.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Cool.
One's looking at UC Irvine, and the other one is looking at oh no, she's not going to go to UC. Chapman University. She's accepted going down there. So private
Okay.
college. Great.
Right. Get that
Yeah.
finance paid. Get those scholarships.
Yes. I mean, God bless her. They are both brainiacs, so they're going to get the scholarships. But I fear we're still going to have to take care of them till they're 30.
Yep.
They're book smart. They're book smart. We'll leave it at that.
Keep building that real estate empire.
You know, we're going to have to. Gina is now an asset manager for over 360 units in a couple of states. We're still doing the webinars. We got our single family properties that we're working on and operating. And hey, I mean, if we can get that spot in the Ozarks, yeah, moving on up. Yeah, well, I don't know. Is it moving on up if we're going to the Ozarks?
Yes.
Sure.
Well,
we'll be closer to you and closer to Branson. The Flying Rolls.
That, but no, I mean this whole area, like,
it's growing.
It's growing because
property.
Yeah, because the city I'm in is Republic, and that's in the basically just southwest of Springfield. Yep. Ozark is pretty much the southeast of Springfield, kind of a similar distance away, and both areas are just expanding tremendously. I mean, they just opened an Amazon facility out here in Republic, and they've got a lot of. What's that?
Said you've made it. You've got an Amazon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're looking for, strategic areas that are cost effective, and this is right now is still cost effective.
Oh yeah, right off the 44. Between St. Louis and Tulsa, and from there you can go almost anywhere. It is. I mean, that's our buy box for real estate, is because that is where folks are starting to head to. Tulsa is a booming market. Springfield is a booming market. The Ozarks, Branson, Republic, all of them, even Eureka in Missouri is growing. St. Louis, the city is pumping in money into certain areas that we call opportunity zones, and we're just trying to get in at the right time and the right place, and we are right there. We're right there. In fact, trying to talk to some of the baseball guys that are out there, see if they want to join us in investing, get some of their taxes back from 2025 and will be from 2026 with those contracts. So get them into real estate. Somebody's got to live somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good stuff coming up, and hey, we'll see you out there. Woohoo! Go to a Springfield Cardinals game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when you come out, this is for both of you. There is the Coca-Cola Roost. It's a second deck area. Okay. I think it's like a $45 ticket, but all you can eat, like hot dogs, ballpark fare, things like that, and sodas.
Now, is that refills on the cups, the souvenir cups? Do they have refills on those, or is it just in that area? It's okay. We'll figure it out next year, because they might change. So who knows?
Yeah. I hadn't really tried to get a refill in the souvenir cups out there, because each time I had one, when I was done with it, I'm like, I'm just going to rinse it out. I'm good for now. It'd be like the 8th inning. I'm like, yeah, I'm already frozen as it is.
There you go. And they're not going to let you walk out with it. So, yeah. No, that's a good call not to waste it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's soda abuse, and I will not stand for that.
Right. I understand.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so we were kind of talking about, as you were joining, some of the issues inherent with the Fanatics acquisition of the NBA licensing, and just getting the cards packed out, distributed. We talked about the big change with Pro Debut, aside from the back of the release date, the single format. I was about to mention my other complaint we talked about, so I'm not going to go into too many details, but wanted to get Scott's take, or Great Scott's take, on Heritage High Number.
Yep, there it is. Knew that was coming.
You're familiar with this, right? Because I know you follow along with the podcasts and from us and others.
You You well know where I'm sitting with Heritage. I loved Heritage, but literally in 2001, when they announced the very first Heritage with the 52 set, I said, God, I hope this doesn't go, they don't keep doing this until we get to the cards of the mid 70s. And
Here we are.
and here we are. Now, to be fair, whenever, and archives also proves this, when they use modern, good photography and good printing processes with the design, the cards do look a lot prettier, than they did originally. And of course,
Yes.
For I always kid these two up here, who by the time they got around to collecting, I'd already been collecting for 12 years, had skipped over high school. And so, we're sitting here in 76, and I remember buying cards in 76. I was out there hitting the 7-Elevens and the Circle Ks and, getting my packs and putting my set together, all the time hitting, the look of a lot of the cards, because the photography wasn't good. The printing quality of the pictures was not fantastic. Unfortunately, we were still 5 years away before Donruss and Fleer would come into the market, and which forced Topps to, oh, shoot, they're using better photography. We better use better photography too. Oh, no airbrushing, or get better at airbrushing. But
I don't know. I can't say that Topps has really gotten much better. They do errors all the time and horrible stuff. Still,
you know what the problem with the errors is? You don't know if it's an error if they did it on purpose.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, no, they're just dumb. That's all. They just made mistakes, not an error.
Yeah. So we get the Heritage high number this year, which okay,
there were such high hopes from the low numbers.
Kind of hoping that we wouldn't even they would have retired Heritage after last year. But no, it came along. Okay, so we're having fun. We're collecting it. You've got your color schemes going. Pretty cool.
I like it.
And then the Heritage high numbers came out.
They brutalized it.
God.
If there was a way to mess it up, they did it.
Yeah.
And that seems to be, a lot of stories in 2026 with the way they're putting the product out there, is like, well, there was a good idea here, and yet somehow you messed it up.
Yep.
Topps Chrome should be something that's looked forward to every year. And as soon as that checklist hit the internet, everybody was, oh my God, are you kidding me? And that's why you can still go out and buy it right now. It should have been so easy. You had all the players from the first and second series. How could you not have a good checklist on Topps Chrome? How could you not? It shouldn't have been that hard.
Yeah. So then the question, let's think back to 1997 and 1998 when the hobby started to die back out. Are we about to hit that? We talked about before having, junk wax era 2. Are we about to have dead period 2? Is that where we might be leaning towards?
Well, it's a good question. In the one thing that's different, of course, is we lost the World Series in '94, and that turned a lot of people away from baseball. And that's why 95, 96, 97, 98, people were not going to baseball games. So therefore, they didn't want the baseball cards. It took the Sosa and McGuire chase in '98 to get a spark back into baseball.
And guess what we have right around the corner?
So right now, we're in a good place with the product on the field, but we know what's coming very soon.
Yep, right around the corner.
If they cannot get that CBA put together soon so that we don't have to have a lockout, we don't have to have a strike,
The way the Dodgers are going, I mean, is there any way we can really avoid it? Honestly,
well, and the other thing that came along at that time is remember that they also had that period where the owners were colluding against holding down the free agent contracts.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of happy that so far transactions in this offseason, no collusion, where guys are getting paid. It is just a question: are they getting paid too much? And then you think the Dodgers have enough, and let's hire Edwin Diaz now.
Well, and then the other side part to that is, and as A's fans, for you guys, wouldn't it just be typical for the A's to finally get a decent team and get Vegas built just in time for it all to shut down?
I'm still not quiet about the fact that where they are putting the stadium in Las Vegas is going to kill it. They are going to have the kind of attendance they had in Oakland the last few years, except they're actually going to be trying to put people in the stands. Their model was flawed from the way they talked about it, because people are not going to be traveling in to watch a 3-game series, especially midweek. Heck, Las Vegas right now, they have posted decreases in tourism every single month this year. And we're talking 10 to 24% per month. People are already fed up with Vegas. It's too high priced. And
it's that way in
everything. If you drive into Las Vegas, if you're going to park in somewhere, you're looking at $35 a day, to park a car. And oh, by the way, the size of that stadium and the parking structures that they plan to put right next to it, not going to be enough for to get a sellout in that ballpark. Anybody else is going to have to try and park somewhere else at those ridiculous prices, and then walk themselves to the stadium. And I've been down there. Brian and I went down there, and his wife went down there for to go see the
Grand Prix.
Aviators.
Oh,
and in the afternoon in July, 120 degrees. Nobody wants to be walking from the Planet Hollywood Miracle Mile parking lot to that stadium, even though that distance is probably about the same that Brian and I used to park when we parked outside of the ballpark in Stockton, where we parked and walked in. It's going to be about the same, but at 120 degrees in Las Vegas, people are not going to want to do that.
Yeah, that's the only place I almost got a fight at a ball game at was the Aviators. They offered us a suite because somebody had really pissed me off, and oh man, I was like, no, we're just leaving because it was 116 degrees out there, and the Bugs Bunny bobblehead was not worth it.
Yeah, putting a stadium in Vegas would have been great if they would have put it somewhere more logical, and logical is not on the Las Vegas Strip.
Vegas is not built for baseball. Vegas is built for football, maybe basketball, but baseball, it's not built for baseball, and not at the grand scheme of major leagues. AAA, AA, fine, absolutely. But like you said, people aren't going to go to Vegas just for a 3-game series, not unless it's Ohtani and the Dodgers. And for that, I mean, imagine the Rockies coming in to Vegas. Nobody's going to that. Even the Astros, nobody's going to that. I mean, Texas, the Texas group, they figured that out pretty quickly with the ballpark in Arlington and realizing, oh, it's hot here. We need a dome. Let's go across the street and build Globe Life. Yeah, no.
Well, That's still funny because where they build Globe Life is where Arlington Stadium used to sit.
Yeah, they're just bouncing one side of the street to the other.
Yeah,
yeah.
Tear one down, turn it in the parking lot, use the other part of the parking lot to build the new. Yeah, it's like
There you go.
anybody, they've been out there since 1972. They just build a new stadium on the property. And oh, by the way, here's a convention center. Here's Six Flags.
Yeah. Yeah, we parked over at Six Flags because Gina's brother-in-law had season tickets to Six Flags. So he's like, "We'll park here. We'll walk over to the stadium. It's cheaper."
Yeah,
again, that's actually pretty good. Yeah.
I really think when that A stadium gets open, and I'm still not 100% sure that's going to happen because I don't think Bally's has the money to build the other stuff around it. So may not have the infrastructure to actually support the stadium.
Might be Arco Park.
Yeah. But even if they get it open, I have a feeling the Aviators are going to outdraw the A's.
So that's the next question. Are the Aviators staying in town?
Yeah. For the same reason that the Gwinnett Stripers play in Atlanta as well.
Fair enough.
For the same reason, there's I can't remember. There's another team that it's like that.
There's logistical reasons, but once again, are they going to be able to actually draw?
Yeah,
for both.
Yeah, because the thing is baseball was a family sport because you could afford to take your family to a game. That's what got Gina getting me into it. And we've already seen what they think they're going to charge for those tickets on the strip.
That's what I mean. Are they going to be able to support both? Yeah.
You want to see a baseball game? No, you're going to,
No, we're going to drive down to Red Rock and we're going to go enjoy an Aviators game. I mean, heck, they might be doing the Aviators a favor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're being quiet up there. The eyes were staring at us.
Yes, they are. They continue. Will continue to do so.
Yep. So yeah. So it just begs the question: where is baseball headed in 2028? If things keep going this way. So.
Well, I think what does Manfred have still? 3 more years.
Too many.
We need to move on to the next commissioner.
5 years ago.
see if they will bring some business logic into these decisions, because a lot of their decisions have not been really that sound business-wise.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. Interesting indeed. See what
I still don't like seeing a runner on second in the 10th inning of a tie baseball game. Just because they use pitchers differently doesn't mean we should change the structure of the game like that. Realize overall it may be better for the players in the long run, but come on, every once in a while, you want a good 21 inning.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that, especially not the workers.
my opinion of this Ghost Runner, minor league level, you leave it alone.
Right.
That's minor league level. But major league level, give them 2 innings. The 10th and 11th. If they can't do it, the 12th inning, boom.
But they just had 9 innings. They couldn't do it.
Yeah. No, but I mean, if you want to make, try to legitimize the extra innings, give them 2 innings opportunity and then cut them off. But I agree with what you're saying, boss man. I don't think it should change going up to the majors.
Yeah.
I mean, and we still see 14 inning games.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We had a 17 inning game, and that was in low A, even with Ghost Runners.
Yeah. I mean, just because you put a guy on second base doesn't mean they're going to score.
Honestly, if you really want to change something for me, it's get rid of the DH in both leagues. Let the pitchers hit. You want to see how we're going to be able to handle pitching?
Nobody.
I want to see a pitcher be able to stand up there and take one in the shoulder because they just plunked somebody in the previous inning. Because why not? Make the managers actually do some strategy with their pitching again. The days of Tommy Lasorda versus La Russa figuring out a batting structure while also dealing with the pitchers. Good old fashioned managing. Love it. I miss that. Sorry.
Oh no! I mean, come on, Sparky Anderson with the big red machine.
Absolutely.
You know, and I mean, and he was so unusual. You know, they called him Captain Hook. You know, nowadays the managers, you know, use 3 more pitchers than Sparky ever used in a game. I mean, come on, it's like we had to put in a rule: you must face 3 batters.
Must at least throw 1 pitch.
That was more for pace of play than just any other reason. Because I mean, God, I've been to games where in the 7th inning, not the 8th or the 9th, the 7th inning, there'd be 4 pitching changes on one team, right. And then the next game would come up in the same inning, and there would be
do it again,
2 more pitching changes. Like, so the 7th inning would take 1 hour. Nobody wants strategy. Well, is it strategy though? I don't think it is.
Well, no, even before, you know, when you get the batter's got to step out, adjust everything he's wearing, and then the pitcher's got to step back. Now he's got to readjust his hat and grab the rosin bag, and there'd be a minute and a half between pitches. Yeah, that was ridiculous too. Yeah. And as we we were blessed. We got to see the very beginnings of the time clock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love the fact when I got to the major leagues and people complaining about it, I'm like, y'all just don't watch minor league baseball. If you've been watching minor league baseball, you would see what a good thing this is.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that once you're trained to do it, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, it really brought us back to those days of guys like Greg Maddux, Mark Burley, Fernando Valenzuela. They just get the ball and then they throw.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should be. Not this like stare down the batter for 5 seconds, and then look at first base, stare down the batter for 2 more seconds, and the batter steps out. It's just like let's play the game. I mean,
I don't know. I do miss those like Dave Stewart staring down the batters for like 5 seconds and rocking it right underneath their chin. As I told him in Stockton, I miss those, and those were some of my favorite times. Just that stare belongs in Hall of Fame.
Yeah. But it wasn't like he used the stare all the time. If you use it too much, it becomes a non thing. It's like when the moment required it. Oh yeah, that stare.
Yeah. There was a reason for it, not the pitcher thinking that I need to take a 10-second breather. I'm wearing out.
But on the other hand, Bob Gibson stared on every pitch, for about a second and a half. However long it took for McCarver to give him a sign, but you're never sure if he was watching McCarver's signs or if he was just staring at the batter, going, "Yeah, come on, dig in. I want to put you."
Yeah.
No. I don't care what McCarver says. I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yep. You got a question? See my 1.68 ERA 1968.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, this is supposed to be a pack fest.
That's what I've heard.
And unfortunately, since I'm a late edition on this one, I already opened up my packs, and I'm not actually at home tonight. I'm on a remote location. So you guys are going to have to do the opening of packs.
Well, here, Scott, catch.
I find I do miss opening packs occasionally.
Yeah.
I I miss it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of, past it because, it's like whenever I see somebody, oh, let's go buy a box of 1988 tops and open it just for the fun of it. I'm like, oh God, do you know how many packs I opened in 1988? I do not want to see another 1988 come out of a pack. And I've got 3 boxes sitting in a filing cabinet in one of my storage units that have been sitting around since.
Watch those videos. No one's forcing you. You're forcing yourself to watch them at that point.
I mean, it's not 1988, but I got some 90 here.
Yeah, no thanks.
Chewing gum and all.
Oh.
No? Okay.
No,
I mean, hey, why not with the 90 redos that 2025 is doing? That's why I got to bring out some 90s.
Yeah, and then, again, it ties into that whole statement Scott made earlier with the modern technology and photography.
Oh, yeah.
It's a much better looking product. I mean, the chrome,
so much better.
The 1990 chrome. Not the silverback ones, but the actual chrome ones. Those are really nice.
They really are. I'm actually going to be disappointed next year if they do 91s. Like, I think 89 I love because of the banner style, and that's really when I understood collecting a little bit more. I mean, I started when I was 6 years old in 87, but 89 was really when I understood collecting cards, and then 90. But 91 is going to be boring again. 92 is going to be boring again.
Yeah, in 94, if we get to the 94s, that's when the boring just goes off the cliff.
Well, yeah, because I mean, look at last year's Archives 94. Though it still looked bad.
Yep. Yeah.
Not even modern technology could save it.
No. But the 90 redo this year has been fantastic. And even better in an SGC tuxedo case. The big hurt.
The one thing I remember about 1990s when you opened them in 1990 was the fact that when you looked at the card, you could literally, it looked like that painter that, did all the dots.
Mm-hmm.
You just looked at the cards and you could just see the dots. And now when you look at the 2025 redo, there are no dots.
No dots.
It's like, yes, this is what that should have looked like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why it works, because but that's the problem why we're starting to get to the point where Topps started upgrading their technical processes, and that's why 94 they finally they had good photography on the cards, and God, the most boring design on the front.
Yeah.
And the back was okay. It was at least readable, unlike some of the other, I'm looking at you, 1985. Even on the redos, it was hard to read those card numbers on those 85 reprints.
I think they made it actually worse.
And that red ink on the green back.
Yeah, that was horrid. Both times.
Somebody loved Christmas too much there. Yeah, it's so bad.
Speaking of Christmas.
What's
in your tin there?
You know what? Let's find out. Should we make it just the cards, or should we keep everybody on? You know what? This looks good.
Wait, actually, let's try something here. Let's see what happens when we do that. Nope, that won't do it. Oh, that ain't good. There we go.
There we
Brady
go.
Bunch type thing going on here.
The Brady Bunch.
All right. Am I going to have to get my...
Yep. All right.
Box score cutter. There we go. All right. Boom. Got Bryce Harper on the back. There we go. I'd forgotten how actually nice these blue ones really are. The Holiday Inn 2024. They did a great job. It was a great set with the neon. Let's see. So we got in here Yoshida with the cup. Goodman. Tucker back with Houston. Melendez laying it out. Alexander, Austin Riley, Jimenez. Let's go ahead. We've all seen this. Marte or Walker. Houston's regretting that one. Naylor. Up in Seattle now. L.A. De La Cruz with a rookie. Loving it.
Looks like we got Titus on the
Hey,
chat.
hey.
Hey, Titus.
Coming in from Japan. How goes it, Titus?
No,
All right.
He's already in 2026 too, isn't he?
He is.
He's been in there for a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Horner, Steer, Jordan back in the blue, the flashy blue.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Rizzo and then Colton Cowser with the Jester hat. That's not. It's not
like
an
a
elf hat.
combination batting / elf hat.
Yeah. That's
Well, actually, no, that's like a jester type. I don't know.
Yeah. That's weird. No elf. Oh, Brian Wu rookie. Nice. Killing it this past year. Woo! I'll never forget that night in Modesto when the lights went out. 4th of July, Brian Wu on the mound. Matsui, nice. Judge. And are we going to find a skiing rookie? G-Loaf.
G-Loaf.
G-Loaf. Geloff. It's not Geloff, it's G-Loaf.
He's probably going to have an opportunity to rest and get healthy this year.
Hopefully.
Well, they're not going to need him with McNeil on the roster.
No, they're really not. That is an exciting roster. I'm actually pretty impressed by what they're doing.
Yep.
I don't know how you feel about it. I'll try to get to some games, probably when they play the Mariners. All right, second one, or should we rotate to some Don Russ?
Oh, somebody's had some. Looks like
4 feet of snow. Woo.
All right, let me slide over here.
Hey, slide on in.
We got 6 packs of Don Russ. We'll see about.
Let's get that over.
There
we go.
All righty.
You got 6 packs of Don Roast. I got 6 holiday balls. Jingle balls, jingle balls, jingle balls cards.
Okay, let's get a rewrite on that one there, boss man. You saw the gauntlet Mr. Bice threw down on December 24th.
Yes, Titus, if you haven't seen that, go check it out on our Instagram. Mm-hmm. It was something. That's all I'm gonna say. It was something.
It was something.
It was something.
Yep.
I gotta say, all 24 days that was fun to watch. It really was.
It was. It was indeed.
And now back to Donruss.
And to Donruss.
All right, so 15 cards per pack, kind of a throwback to the late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Leland.
Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
All right, so we got a Rocket. That's a rated prospect here. Rocket
nice.
Pedro. Caleb Lomavita for the Nationals.
Nah, he won't be needed this year.
Nope. Chrome Andrew Walters. Michael Young. Just go ahead and drop him. And then Luke Keyshaw.
Oh,
rated prospect. Bubba.
So Keyshaw or Keuchel?
I don't know. I haven't watched a Minnesota game to know.
You know?
Yeah, no, I don't know. And then Cash Mayfield, who spent the year with Lake Elsinore.
Yes,
Pretty cool.
indeed.
Michael Young was the black. I don't know if they call that the disco parallel optic. And of course, in the back are a couple of the hits
Woohoo!
that I pulled in the last couple of weeks. Got the Kurtz Night Terrors Chrome, and then the Aaron Shunk autograph out of 50 from the Archives Blaster.
Wait, we don't use aluminum bats anymore, so he doesn't go shunk.
Shunk.
No, that's just how he slides into the base.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. On the back, we got...
There we go.
Mr. Pitcher in the postseason. Savage. Yeah. Too bad he couldn't pitch Game 7 as well.
Oh, man.
So yeah, that's been kind of a little bit of a shock here at the catching prospects that were leaving our respective former organizations and going elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh, Nick York. Yay. Every card I see of his, I think of the 24th day of the Advent calendar. And we got Mr. October, the blue and red.
Yeah. There you go.
And just leave them over there. Bryce Matthews. Adam Wainwright, optic. Dante Nori, optic for Philadelphia. And then Cam Smith and Treya Savage on the rated prospects. I think maybe I'll do one more and then we'll throw it back over to the holiday.
Woohoo!
Holiday.
And for Titus, you know what? You're going to have to wait till the holiday for Otani because he is not in Donruss.
Right. He's apparently too good for that.
Yeah.
Although Aaron Judge is not.
Apparently.
Smoltz. The base Adam Wainwright. Huddy. Pops. Rhett Lauder rated rookie on the Rockets parallel. Let's see, some more screen. Optic. Orange laser Eddie Matthews.
Oh, nice.
Neon Dion with the shiny blue and red.
Yeah.
And then Bryce Matthews and Matt Shaw rated prospects.
Yeah, that brings back that one of those things we were talking about before Bossman got on. Do we need a Neon Dion baseball card in 2025?
Yes, we do.
Apparently we do.
But do we really?
It's a Cincinnati Red card. It's not a Yankee. It's not a Brave. I mean, hey, we're good.
Yeah. Could be worse.
Yeah, but it seems like kind of pandering, that he's in here pretty much because he's the head coach of Colorado football, not baseball. Football.
Okay, but at the same time, do we really need Willie Stargell?
No.
So
we don't need Michael Young either, but there he is.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's a matter of
it's not just
player association.
It's also who signed their NIL for Panini to do a card. I'm sure they send out to multiple, and most don't respond. But if they do, yeah,
they probably already had Dion because of the NFL.
Probably, actually.
Yep.
So, but then where's Ricky Jordan? Come on. And where's my Danny Ainge Toronto Blue Jays?
It wasn't that in the 81 Fleer?
Exactly. But he's also a basketball guy for Panini. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, he's going to stay in the 81 Fleer.
Yes. Good stuff. Good stuff. Go. All right. Whee! So just for Titus, let's find an Otani, shall we? I mean, it doesn't have to be just for Titus, but it's always fun to find Shohei. All right. There we go. Boom. We got Jordan. That guy. Sal Frelick. There you go. Imanaga. Okay. Nice. Gunner. Westerberg. And oh, there we are for you there.
Oh, yes.
We got Otani.
I mean, overrated. Otani, yes. Overrated.
Sure.
You know, I don't know if you can be the first 60-60 guy and ever be considered overrated. I'm just saying.
I'm just needling Titus there.
He's as overrated as that Judge guy.
Right?
Hey, you know what? I honestly believe if Judge was not in New York, he would not be MVP.
Yes,
prove me wrong. What did they measure? Like most, about 17 of his home runs would not be home runs in T-Mobile. So, yeah, you tell me. We got Imanaga with the black. We got Gunnar Henderson.
Great.
And Diaz. Hey, we got Jackson Merrill with the lights. Nice. There we go. And now the latest A. McNeil there. That is just a base.
Flying squirrel.
Yeah. Julio.
There we go.
Yeah. Randy. Machado. Emerson. Apparently this is a Mariners kind of pack. I like it. Hey, there's Tyler. Now with his long-term contract with the A's. Logan Webb. All right. Where did Garcia go? He just signed with somebody. Who was it? Philly Garcia. Adolis Garcia. Phillies, yep. Matsui. Nice. Blake Snell.
Man.
Who was it that the Dodgers just picked up? Starting pitcher? Who
didn't they pick up?
Yeah, fair enough.
How much money did they for this time?
Yeah. It's disgusting at this point. I don't know.
I mean, they found the loophole. They're exploiting it.
It's amazing that it hadn't been really exploited more. But it's LA. I mean, they can. They know they're going to get money.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing the Yankees haven't figured it out, but I guess they're just too old school.
Yeah.
All right. Let's kick it back to some Don Russ. We found the Otani.
Yep. All right, Titus, to answer your question about Murakami and other Japanese players next year, I think it's great, because they deserve to be on the bigger stage. I thought it was interesting where he signed, but that makes that a very intriguing lineup next year. If they can get pitching around that lineup, why is that quite interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying they're going to get to 500, but at the same time, they're not going to be the team that gets steamrolled.
You know what? In the AL Central, anyone really can be a 500 team any given year. It is crazy out there.
Yeah.
Now, are you planning on going to some Royals games now that you're out there?
Oh, absolutely. I'm planning on going towards the end of April when the A's come to town.
Nice. There you go.
But I also do plan on going when I'm actually going to root for the Royals because, can't in my heart of hearts root for the Royals when the A's are in town.
Understandable.
Speaking of which,
no dying over there, Goose.
We got Bobby Witt Jr.
Should I run over to Shep's house and steal you some Royals gear?
Well, I mean, he might have some stuff that doesn't fit him anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Now, did I see that he started his own shop? Or is that just all digital online?
I think it's just online.
Okay.
Because as far as I understand, he's highway patrol or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I forget where he ended up working, and he just kind of got out of being in a card shop on a regular basis. So we got an upside down Roger Clemens. Speaking of error, no wait, just kidding. It's late. So we got the good news is we're not getting panini'd in this box.
Yay!
So got
Well,
Roger.
we'll see.
Yeah, John Smoltz optic, Jim Thome. And we got Walker Janik for the, I believe it's the Houston Astros.
Okay.
I mean, at least I'd rather this than Panini points. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Never be upset at that because I know the alternative. My heart last year when I got a stupid Panini points instead of the guaranteed auto out of a Prism Mega.
Yep. Yeah.
Yadier Molina, 1022 career RBI milestone. Thatcher Hurd. My mild dyslexia always switches the first letter of the first and last name. Thatcher Hurd. I'm not going to say it out of respect. And then, Connor Griffin.
There you go. There you go.
Soon to be ex-Pirate.
Yeah, more than likely.
I hope not. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Well, I had to say, I saw a graphic the other day. Can you name the 2 teams that have not appeared in the playoffs in the last 10 years?
I mean, aside from the Pirates?
What?
I mean, aside from the Pirates?
Yeah, no, well, there's 2 teams. Okay, yes.
One of them is the Pirates.
One of them's the Pirates. The other one is the Angels.
Yeah, the Mike Trout effect.
Yeah.
And Fisher's in a category of his own, but in terms of owners that probably should not stick their hands in their team, you got Ben Cherington and Artie Moreno.
Yeah.
9 out of 75 from Alex Gordon.
Ooh,
there you go.
75.
Catfish. Optic
Prism, Chase Dollander.
Okay.
And then we have Caleb Lomavita again on the blue and red this time. Dustin Ramirez and Sebastian Walcott round out with the rated prospects. One last pack.
All right, here we go.
Speaking of players not really needed, Ryan Braun.
Yeah.
Bert Campaneris. Billy Martin. There's an MVP right there.
Meh.
Bobby Miller. We got another Alex Gordon, this time with the Rockets.
The Rocket.
Jordan Lawler optic. Cal DeBarge for Minnesota.
Minnesota, don't you know?
Marcelo Mayer was unleashed.
That's the other one. Minnesota Twins, St. Paul Saints. They're basically right, the other 2 Major League AAA teams right by each other.
JD Dix and Carter Holton, Atlanta.
There you go.
The rated prospects.
Nice.
And actually, Seattle and Tacoma aren't all that far apart.
Nope, definitely not. No, you've got high A, triple A, and major leagues all within 20 miles of each other.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ball number 3. Sounds like a personal issue.
If you get 3 of them, yeah, it really is.
All right, here we go. Wilson Contreras on the back. Another name on the move again.
Go Red Sox.
We got Sal Frelick, rookie. Imanaga, rookie. Gunner. Westerberg rookie. This is a good one for rookies. Paris there. Okay. And Ketel Marte laying it out, staying in Arizona most likely. Rendon. Can't believe that some team actually wants him again.
Really?
That's what I'm hearing.
Wow.
Got bought out and somebody wants him. Jordan Lawler rookie. And here we go with the Holiday of Black. Got Josh Naylor. Matsui rookie. Alec Boehm. And oh, there you go with the rookie, the blue flashy. It's not a Rocky like we had the last two. So there you go. Adonis wearing some fancy holiday headgear there. All right. And so there we go. Jordan Hicks. Not wasn't scared of him in the playoffs a couple of years back. Got Soderstrom again. Yeah, Jordan Hicks making a rehab start with the San Jose Giants in the playoffs, and we took care of him with the Modesto Nuts.
Well,
moving
course,
on to
you should be able to take care of someone who's going to just be there to throw strikes.
absolutely there to make sure that their mechanics are better and proper before they go up to the league. They're not there for wins. They're not there for strikeouts. They're to make sure that their arms aren't going to fall off if they go back up to the league, and make sure that the mechanics are good. So I loved it.
I've talked to many guys doing rehab, pitchers, and they don't even give a second thought to their numbers.
No, they're not there for that.
They're like, yeah, I wish I didn't give that up, but whatever.
Yeah, I was like, this is perfect. We got a W, boys. Let's go. And we sure did.
How many completed sets do you have of the holiday now?
You know what? I'm probably up to about 6 or 7.
I stopped making holiday sets after 3.
Yeah. Nope. Another Giloff on the back. 3rd, 4th. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta call him Giloff now. It's habit.
Well, it's not Giloff, it's G-Loaf.
G-Loaf, that's right. That's right. My bad. I butchered that. Marte. Jackson Holiday. Rookie. Probably going nowhere. Going there fast. I don't know. I was never impressed by Jackson Holiday. I'm probably one of the few, but whoa. You guys see that divot right in the middle? What happened there? Literally got cut. How does that happen in the middle of the whole handful? Like, nice. Wow, someone change that roller out, please.
Yeah, I think the problem with Jackson Holiday is they're just rushing him from the minute they drafted him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the kid didn't have...
They did not let him develop naturally.
Nope.
Because he's still, 20, maybe 21?
Yeah, maybe. Nick Loftman. Shohei with the blue shiny. Nice. There we go.
Oh, there's... Talked about grading Holiday earlier.
Oh, and there you go. Pete Crow with the candy cane.
Okay, so did anybody else notice the Topps update blasters yet?
What about them?
What's different about those and pretty much other blasters that Topps put off a flagship? They used 3 different pictures. The front of the blaster, the back of the blaster, where it's landscape, and the side of the blaster. They're all different pictures.
Wow.
So I went back to series.
I'm gonna have to go look at my boxes again.
I went back to series 2, and they're all the same pictures. So basically, there's the if you can see it in the bottom there's the front.
Yeah.
The side.
Yeah.
And then the back.
Yeah. In series 2, it's Ohtani tipping his hat. Nothing on the side, and tipping his hat.
Yeah, they couldn't afford any more Otani pictures, I guess.
Apparently.
No, but even Series 1 with the Judge was the same way.
Yep.
That was one of the first things I noticed when I bought
Happy to the crowd and happy to the crowd.
When I
No
bought
picture.
the first time, I was like, something's different about these pictures.
Huh.
Have they always been different pictures? Then I went back and looked. Nope. Sure enough. What about Kurtz? Kurtz was not rushed. He's gonna
Kurtz
be a
is
monster.
ready.
Yeah, he kicked the door down from the.
Yeah. And the biggest difference there between if we're comparing the conversation with a Holiday is you had basically a college guy versus a high school kid.
Yeah.
I mean,
and honestly, if Jackson Holiday's last name is not Holiday, does anyone notice him?
True.
They would. I think his stats would go down to be a first round pick.
Yeah, but probably
29-30.
Right.
Or even supplemental.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the name has a lot to do with it. Not going to argue that point. It's just, I believe that the stats were there.
Maybe. All right. We got Crow Armstrong with the candy cane. Nice. And we got Shohei in the shiny blue. Shiny. Woo-hoo. Nothing numbered yet. No out of the ordinary.
There was nothing numbered in the
tins.
The 2024s didn't have anything numbered.
I thought
some of the autographs may have been numbered, but not the base, not even the parallels.
I thought there was parallels that were. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, you know what? Actually, you're right.
The purple?
Sorry, the reds.
The reds, there you go.
And the golds were 1-on-1, but I mean,
yeah.
I think I've seen one, but I think that was in 2023 when I saw a red.
Nope, nothing red.
The tins are not really going to get much. I've heard of people pulling autos out of the tins, but that was about it.
Okay. Anything before Corbin Carroll? Okay. How about Mookie Betts? Okay. Sonny Gray, Basabe, and Byron Buxton. Matsui. Nothing special about that one. Nope. That's 55. What am I missing? That is a short print. It's a ball. It's a ball.
Okay.
Looks like they started to do something to the hat and then stopped. Or is it reindeers? It's reindeers on the hat. Really? Really? Reindeer antlers on the hat. You can't see that. Seriously?
Because it's too busy. With the 4 different neon.
Oh, yeah.
In the background, yeah.
I do like the background. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah, it's too busy for something like that.
Kind of like replacing the team logos with a cookie on the back of this year's.
Yeah.
Well, but it wasn't just the team logo that got switched. It was also that
the coloring. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was noticeable.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Last one out of the 6. Having fun. It's New Year's. We got Topps Holiday 2024. Titus saying he grabbed a couple of Kurtz cards out of Bowman. Nice.
Bowman Chrome and Holiday.
Gentlemen, wait. While the boss is opening that up, I'm going to have to jump out of here. I need to go grab some medicine, and so I'm going to wish you all a happy New Year, and
happy New Year, Goose.
We'll catch you all later, and keep having fun opening the cards. And I'll talk to you later.
All right, Goose.
All right, Goose. Happy New Year. Get on out of here. Show again. Got 4 now. Here we go. Here we go to the middle stuff. Okay, we got a Goodman in the black. McCutcheon, nice. A little bit of a color match. Matos with a color match. And Torres with the blue. Shiny blue. And then Jazz with the candy cane bat. Nice. All right. Well, no elves on these shelves today. That's all right. Here we go. Anything big or decent back here? Volpe, Alonso, George Kirby. Okay. And nope, that's that. All right. That's some holiday there from 2024. We got the Shohei in the blue. We got some good short prints. Nothing wrong with that. Having some fun with the holiday balls. How's it going, baseball?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's 1:18 in the morning here, so
Whee!
I can't remember the last time I was up this late.
Not that long ago, but it was California time.
Yeah, I was gonna say technically, yeah, but like when my body's used to it and it's actually 1:18.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a couple times I came out here to help out my employer, and I was still awake at 1:00 in the morning, but that's because I was getting adjusted.
Yeah. Now you don't have to work tomorrow, right?
No.
Or do you? Or technically today for you.
Oh yeah, I have to work tomorrow, not today. I don't have to work on the 1st. We are closed.
All right. Good. Well, enjoy it.
I'll try to.
Yeah.
Hopefully not everybody's closed. So maybe one of my card shops is open.
That would be good. Yeah, that would be good.
I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe do something crazy, like take a couple hour drive somewhere. Get some fudge or go to Kansas City. I don't
know. Start the year out with some fudge from a fun place. Yes, there you go. That'd be great. You got to do it. All right. Well, it sounds like you need to get to sleep before you become delirious.
I'm always delirious.
So, fair enough. Well, I appreciate you hanging out and chatting with Goose while I was tending to some stuff here. Happy New Year. Let's make 2026 a great one.
It will be a great one.
It will be. On my side, the Advent calendar has inspired me to do a hunt for the buybacks, one Chrome pack a day. Huh?
I said Happy New Year to Titus.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Titus. Ripping a pack a day is going to go Chrome because the buybacks expire January 30th. So we're going to be opening up 30 packs of Chrome. As you and Goose were talking about before I came on, or as I came on, you can still find Chrome around here. I might go and get some boxes and rip into some of them. Trying to complete the set because we are set builders, we are collectors, but also get the buybacks. Why not? Maybe turn around and get some boxes with them.
If you've already got the ones for your set,
yep,
the buybacks that is, and then
I got one of. Yep, I got one of each for the set, and I've got 2 of each to turn in. So that's 80 right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, if you save up enough, you might be able to swap it for a pro debut box.
Woo! There you go. If they still have something around here. Hey, as you know how it is around here in Stockton, Lodi, Modesto, people actually buy stuff out here. Or they don't get enough product out here to satisfy everybody out here. So I'll just see if they even have any pro debut left.
Yeah.
Kind of jealous from what you've shown me from some of the LCSs out there. Like, oh.
Yeah, there's one that's usually good with product, and it's not because he's overpriced. It's not because, he's not busy. He's just got good.
He's got the connection.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the way it should be. I would love to see less in Walmarts and Targets and wherever else you can find retail, and do some better hobby stuff. It's just me, I guess.
Perhaps, yeah. But I mean, and maybe we could talk about this more next week, but one of the things that was mentioned by a guy that works at an LCS is, just the pure fact that Topps doesn't seem to care about the set collectors. But he feels like it would be a market for the $60 to $80 hobby boxes that don't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
For those people that just like to rip packs and build their sets.
Yeah. Yep. Nope, that would be a good idea. So. We'll have to see, I guess, at some point in time. But they won't do that. They're not going to lower their money.
Is it really lowering the money when they can make more, though?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't like it when Fanatics got the contracts. I still don't like it. All they're doing is proving me right. And that's no competition is going to lead to worse product.
Yep. Exclusive.
It's a dirty word. But hey, they got it. It's their business. So be it.
Yep.
When I'm starting to run a multi-billion-dollar company, I won't worry a lot about little peons' opinions either. Let's get that real estate going. All right, good sir. Well, get some rest. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And hey, let's make 2026 a great one.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate Scott coming by. Titus in the chat, and for everyone watching this after the fact, thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got ways to go, but when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do something special.
Oh yeah. All right. Tell a friend. Tell a few friends. Tell your neighbors. Yep. If they're not your friends. All right. Well, say goodnight, Baseball.
All right. Good night.
We are here and we are now out.